Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Chan Rant Podcast. My name is Josh, and not with me this evening is my big gay bearded co-host, Mr. Andy Fusco. Instead, I have a different big gay bearded co-host, Mr. Graham Gunyon. Welcome to the show.
Hello, everybody.
We're very excited to have you, Graham, but before we start, I gotta let everyone know this is an explicit show, so if you are sensitive to the ears, you should probably listen to something else. I'm gonna give you 5 seconds to do so. That's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fuck!
Okay, well, my next statement contains 4 wanks, 3 cunts, a clitoris, and a fuck bag. And we've just dealt with it all in one go. Thank you so much.
Isn't that the name of a hornpipe?
I think it is. I think it's the name of Fusco's fucking beard.
Listeners can review the show on iTunes. You can send us emails and voicemails to be played on air. You can like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. If you're Australian, Snapchat. If you're one of Fusco's boyfriends, Grindr. You can check out the Chan Rant store at chanrant.com. And this episode is brought to you by our patrons at patreon.com/chanrant. For $5 a month, you can listen to us make dick and fart jokes and talk about bagpipes occasionally. Last but not least, invite and share with your friends. Mr. Gunyon.
Yay. Now, for anyone in Las Vegas, this will come out in a couple days. Oh no! Well, it's too fucking late. Well, you're gonna miss me tomorrow night at Tommy Rocker's. Your loss.
Well, I'll do it on my. I'll tape it on my phone and send it out to them. They'll like that. They'll get a kick out of that. Yeah.
But it's gonna be fun.
That way, if you want to see if Graham is as pretty in person as he is his voice, you can find out. No,
you know it.
Yeah, you can find out
every time I fly on my own, I get some fucking guy coming up saying, "Oh, you have a great beard."
Really?
Yeah. And like, I'm not fucking gay, but 20's 20, you know what I mean?
20 bucks is $20.
And the glory, I can't do the glory hole thing anymore because my knees are fucking killing me. But
yeah. Well, and like, I feel like, so
here, I wonder, is there a glory hole on that fucking cruise ship?
If not, there is now, just from repetition.
Yeah. But he's buried. I bet he's screaming into a fucking pillow.
See, people don't realize his cock is like a corkscrew, like an armadillo. So
I've seen his
dick. It just drills through.
Remember the time? He got drunk. He got fucked up drunk in our house and pranced around.
Wait, is this the woo story? Are we getting right into the woo story? Okay, take it away. Take it away, Graham.
This chick, we're in the bar, and Fusco's just as drunk as a fucking fish. And this chick walks in with these humongous titties, and he just goes, "Fucking great tits!" And the guy she's with is just like horrified. I fucking collapsed into like, I just fucking fell about laughing. I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with you? Hey, look at those titties, man!" And he's over there just being a pain in the ass. Then he starts fucking prancing about. Going,
and this is pre-beard, like grown-up Fusco. This is like the little dick bumper goatee.
No, this is before all that. I don't think he was shaving at the time.
Yeah,
I think he was still pre-pubescent.
Yeah, like, I mean, this is.
I think he was still in the Scouts.
This is pre-P90X.
Do you know Fusco was blessed with a 9-inch penis as a child?
What happened?
Unfortunately, it belonged to Father Mulholland. So anyway, so he's fucking prancing about Kelly's like a ballerina, and he's going, "Woo," and he's insulting everyone. "Look at your titties, shows your tits." So I took him home. I get back, he's fucking bare ass naked as a fucking razor. Can't find his phone. He put his phone on silent. The phone's fucking fell down a couch somewhere. He's got this 19-year-old girlfriend. And I'm like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" It's mushroom. It looked like fucking, you know when you get a pizza and you get the mushroom. It looked like the little button mushroom in his knob. Honest to God. And he shaves his
Was it a cold day?
No, it was inside the house. It was beautiful. And he shaves his fucking snatch. He's fucking gay as fuck. God. He's going to hate me after this.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I've told everyone anyway, you know.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we must have told this story at some point on there. But I mean, wait, wasn't there a part of the pool as well? He was
badass in the pool.
Didn't he woo around the pool?
Yeah, he was, fucking belly dancing. Because, I mean, I don't know what he'd done in college. He must have done, like, lesbian dance theory and fucking underwater basket weaving. Because, one of them liberal art colleges where everyone hates you. You're a man, I hate you. You know? Anyway, I'm going to get drunk.
Yeah. So, we're going to get drunk today, and we're going to talk a little bit about, Graham's piping history. Because you've had kind of a long and storied career of, like, almost playing well.
Do you know, I've almost been fabulous most of my life.
Most of your life. You've been on the cusp of spectacular.
I've just been
hobbled for like 30 years.
I've just been hobbled by a lack of talent.
and interest. And alcoholism.
Yeah, and just a shitty attitude towards life and everyone in general.
So we met when I was like 9. I don't remember. Maybe like 12, 13.
You were, yeah.
Yeah,
and I'll never forget the 14-year-old Josh. When we had
my ass was a lot tighter then.
Fucking, I tell you. Do you remember that? Do you remember that time in Union City? And we had a certain member of the band who was who was bowling from the pavilion end. That's all I can say. He was definitely batting for the opposition. And I said, look at the fucking walk on him. And a 14-year-old Josh is sitting between Angus and Tori, and he said, well, that's what happens when you get a cock up your fucking ass every day. And his mother screamed at me, that's fucking you. It was not fucking me. I said
them.
that.
Yeah, that's them. Like Tori has been on the show before. Like people.
Do you remember that time we went to Utah and your ma drank me under?
Oh yeah, that was not when we were in Utah. That was when we got back.
Under the table.
Yeah,
round the fucking table and back on top of the fucking table.
Yeah, we got so.
You were 15. You had a fucking permit.
I got my permit. And we went to St. George.
That's right, yeah.
To go play with the band up there, just to jam out for a bit because they were looking for some help. We're like, yeah, we'll come play with you guys.
Good Lord,
because I remember we were going through that fucking pass and about 99 miles an hour, and you were shitting your pants in the back seat because
I'm not a good passenger.
Tori just got her car at the time. Her it's like a 6-cylinder Hyundai. It's nothing crazy, but it's pretty quick. It had some get up and go.
Yeah, Tori contributing to corporate America. Well done.
And so I was just like, I'm just fucking flooring this thing, and I got Graham like clutching the back of the driver's seat, like, would you fucking slow down, fucking Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Well, I'm not a good passenger.
Well, you drive like a grandma, but I mean, you also had a commercial license, so that's kind of required. You gotta drive a little.
But even so, it's just like we were on the freeway tonight.
And now you have a fucking motorcycle, so I don't know how that tracks, how those two things track.
I'm gonna buy another one. Have you seen the Rocket 3, the Triumph?
Did you get a second set of legs? I didn't know about.
Excuse me. Is that a fine? Oh man, I'm not used to drinking whiskey. I'll probably shit my pants again.
Was that why you guys were changing in the street? But yeah, that was a fun gig.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, I've known you for a long time. One of the interesting things for me was you learned to play pipes
when I was in the army.
When you were in the army, so I have a lot of questions about this that I think will be interesting to all the people who are a bunch of fucking civilian pipers and shit service band members that are in our audience. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to get a dig in at you service band, firefighter, and police pipers. There it is. Go fuck yourselves.
Practice for fuck's sake. Practice.
It's called a tuner.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. But yeah, so you had no interest in pipes and then you joined the army and learned, or how did that work?
I always wanted to play pipes when I was a kid because my grandma's from Scotland and my granddad's from Dublin. But I never really got the opportunity, and I've always fancied myself as being musical, you know what I mean? My fucking expectations far outride my fucking talent. But there's no point, there's no harm in. I always wanted to be like the second Paul McCartney, and fuck him not now. What an old tosser he's turned out to be. But anyway, what happened was.
So when you say the second Paul McCartney, you mean Ringo Starr?
I went to the same school as him and George Harrison, the Liverpool Institute. And just as an aside, I won a scholarship to go to that school. And I remember the first day I went, it was August 1969. I had fucking short pants on and a cap. And all the kids, I'm walking down. And all the kids are shouting, you fucking homo. I'm like, I'm going to school. And they're calling me a fucking queen. I'm like, I'm going to fucking school, you know what I mean? Get fuck off, But I was always a bit of I was never like the toughest kid ever, but I would fight, so I used to fucking punch them. Not the answer, but it makes you feel good. How I got into piping was we were in Kilkeel in Northern Ireland, and we got a phone in from the fucking IRA.
And this is when you were in the army?
Yeah, in Northern Ireland, and they said there's a bomb in this garage. So we went down there with the dog handler and the dog, and we had about six young fellas just out of the training. And I said to one of them, you better go, he was going to go with the dog handler. And he said, fucking you, because I'm about 8 years in then, 7 or 8 years. He said, you're coming, you know what you're doing. Well, he got blew up and I got blew up. And I was off for a while and it fucked my lung up for a little while. So the pipe major of the battalion, Jimmy Johnson, who fucking hell, he's some stories about him. He taught me how to play. He said to me one time, we were in a.
And this was like to recuperate your lung?
Yeah, to get me going. So he gave me a goose, and within a year I was playing in a band. But we were in a band room one night, and he says to me, if anyone, Jimmy Johnson was the pipe major from the Irish Guards. He's a funny bastard, great player. He said to me, if anyone ever asks you who taught you to play, don't tell them it was me. I said, why? He said, because you're a cunt, no, fuck off. And threw me out the fucking... I swear to God, and he threw me out the fucking band room. And the next time we were he said, you know, he got me back and he said, look, sometimes when you're playing, if it's not working, just stop.
Yeah.
And leave it for the whole day.
Yeah.
Because he said,
don't try to finger fuck your way through it.
That's exactly what I was doing. You're only trying and you're fucking sweating and you get all fucking hyperventilated.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah.
You like
we talk about that a lot sometimes. We're like, don't try to finger fuck your way through it. Yeah. Don't do the fucking flight of the bumblebee. Yeah. Like pull the ripcord, go to high A, or fucking stop.
That's what he said. Just when he's doing that, he said, just go and have a wank or something. You know what I
mean? even yourself out.
That's therapy in the army. Have a good wank, rub one out, and you get all trembly and fucking, you know. I had the fucking doctor. I was at the doctor's and she says to me, you have to stop masturbating. I'm like, the fuck, why? She said, I'm trying to examine you. I'm here all week. Side the chicken. Anyway. I tell you what, my doctor's very funny, and this is true. I was 280 pounds, 278 about 2 years ago.
Yeah, you were a fat fuck, man. You're looking really good now.
I'm still a fat fuck, but I'm not as fat.
Yeah.
And I said to her, I'm not quite the stud I used to be. And she looked me in the eye and said, you're fat. I was like, wow. I said, can I get a second opinion? She said, you're fucking ugly as well, yeah. So, no, she looked me in the eye and said, you are fat. And instead of the testosterone's meant to hide in your nuts.
Oh, yeah.
If you got a fat belly, guess where it hides?
Just hides there?
In your fat belly, yeah.
Oh, there you go.
So you can flop about like a fucking seal.
So you got to kill the belly to get the testosterone back to your bait and tackle.
It's not working. Fucking hell.
He says on Valentine's Day with his lovely wife right here I know. In the studio.
Guess what my wife said to me? My lovely wife went for lunch and she said, I will slap your fucking face on Valentine's Day. No, she didn't say fucking. Yeah.
She'll just slap
your face.
I would just be like, are you trying to give me an erection right now?
Yeah. I got all moist.
Okay, so you get blown up.
Yeah.
And you didn't play before that.
No.
So you kind of started playing as a way to rehabilitate your lung. Mm-hmm. That's fucking crazy, dude.
And I just dug it, and then we had to...
So what did you do for... What kind of rehabilitation did you do for the brain damage that you obviously had? That's just permanent.
That's permanent, yeah. Fucking... That's not gonna
So
change.
What happened next? You actually got to play... You got to play, right?
Yeah, I played for the Queen. In 90... I think it was 91. We played for the presentation of the colours. Played at the Berlin Tattoo. No, not Berlin. The fuck were we? We were in Germany for a couple of weeks, which is wild. Played a couple of tattoos and stuff. It was really good.
So you had a point where you kind of went from being like your career was the military to your career was being a piper in the military to your career was like a piper. Like how did that happen?
Well, no, I used to run the incel. I was intelligence corps, so I ended up running the incel in Rathfry Islands when we were down there we used to go for like I can't remember now, like weeks at a time, 6 weeks or something. So I used to run the incel down, and then I was in the incel back in Mackin Road in 11 UDR. Oh, people are going to hate me. UDR, like just the biggest fascist you'll ever meet, you know? Like, they're not, but that's the perception they have, you know? So, yeah, it was great, you know? And then I came under the Jimmy Knox. Jimmy Knox is like a fucking all-star road racer, fucking great piper, brilliant engineer. He's just... Great,
total package.
Fucking great dude, you know, just a great dude. I was a corporal, and I was always fucking broke, and Noxie would always fucking buy me beer and fucking. Honest to God, we had a fucking great time, and he was brilliant. He's just a brilliant guy, you know, and he's probably. It was funny, like, because he got what the fuck did he get? He got an MBA, I think, or an OBE. And Jimmy Johnson, he said, fucking 29 years in the guards, where's my fucking OBE? You know what I mean? But, no, Noxie's the fucking package. Like, he's very good. We had some great players. We had, Eric Lutton was a good player. Ian McLean plays with, John Mitchell. Mm-hmm. He played with Ian McLean's a fucking startling player, fucking outrageously good. Do you know Ian Burrows?
No.
Ian Burrows played with he plays in our band. He's fantastic. Him and his brother, 3 of them play now in the Rivara band. His dad was a piper.
I saw the Rivara band when I was over there. They were
3-8.
fucking phenomenal.
Oh yeah, well that's the Ian, Nigel, and Stephen. Well, Ian was in our band. He was a phenomenal fucking player, and he goes all over the world now. All he does is play pipes. He's a bit in the mold of Mr. Watt.
Yeah,
but he's
just kind of like travels and
just plays pipes
and teaches and that kind of
violates
stuff.
everyone.
Yeah, anything with a fucking pulse.
Fucking Jim. I was watching Jim Norton.
That's gonna give me a text message.
I was watching Jim Norton it was Jim Norton from New York.
Yeah,
and he said the best comedian he ever saw was Joan Rivers. She was fucking brutal. And he said I would have eaten her pussy 10 minutes after she died. Oh man, watch Jim Norton. He's fantastic. But you must have a sense of humor.
So you do the army band thing.
Yeah.
And then it sounds like you kind of went more army than band at that point. I mean, you were so the way that it was described to me at one point was the pipe band regiment was also a machine gun regiment.
Yeah, well, see, musicians in the army, they don't shoot guns like silver musicians, but the pipe band is normally machine gun platoon. So the pipers and the drummers are always they're soldiers. They're not classed as musicians. They're classed as soldiers.
Classed as soldiers.
So. Yeah, so you get to go to all the weird, scary places. Like Bruce Hitchens, he's been fucking everywhere, you know what I mean?
You get to travel the world, meet interesting and different
people.
Shoot
them. Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's all about. That's why you join the army. I joined the army, said, do you want to be an avionics guy? Oh, no, I don't fucking shoot people. And I'm like, really? Fucking... Why would you fucking join the army? Do you want to join the army to be a cook? And I'm not knocking cooks or anyone. Everyone has their thing. But I figured if you're going to be in the army, fucking shoot someone.
Well, I had a friend of mine who was a Marine, and we were at a party together. And I won't name any names. We're at a party together, and this person comes up, and is like, "Oh my God, you were a Marine? Like, did you kill people?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was a Marine."
Yeah, that's your job.
That's literally my job.
How'd you sleep overnight? Well, normally on my back because my belly's too big to fucking roll over. You know.
But yeah, no, it's interesting. So after you left active duty,
yeah.
Now you're a civilian.
I met Chris at my sister's wedding, and she carried the full regimental kilt and everything. I'm fucking hot. I was fucking hot, I'll tell you.
Can you verify?
She come up and she's like,
she come up
and she's just like this.
Oh, you lying.
So she's, I've never seen anything like that before, and I'm like, I'm available. So, and it's dead funny because my auntie worked for Chris, and I caught this. I think your friend fancies me. She's like, don't hold your fucking breath. So 31 years later, I'm still holding my fucking breath.
Holding your breath to find out. Hey, we're holding out hope she'll find someone.
I know, yeah.
Eventually Chris will find somebody.
Fucking hell.
So when did you start like as a civilian player then? Like,
well, I got out the army in 91, and I landed a really good job with SO Aviation, making a fucking for me was a ton of money, you know. And I had to dabble with that band from Corby, didn't I?
Yeah.
For a bit, and then I played with the band from Northampton. Excuse me.
So the bell thing is the people listening at home.
Yeah.
There's a drinking game associated.
Oh,
with
you
the
got
bell.
to fucking drink.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, so I played with this band from Northampton, and I don't know. Should we just name names and fuck the light? So there was a guy, Graham Preble,
Most boring man.
and he could bore the tits off fucking Buddha. I swear to God. But it was funny as well, you know what I mean? It was kind of like a very strange juxtaposition.
It was an interesting dichotomy of either boring as fuck or funny.
And he was outrageous. He kissed his friend on the lips, because we all played rugby. I'm so outrageous. I thought to myself, maybe you're fucking enjoying that a bit too much, you know what I mean? I don't mind the kiss, but the fucking tongues, especially when it gets down the back of your fucking throat.
Especially with the finger up the ass. Yeah. That made it a little awkward.
Yeah, you know. Fucking hell. Yeah, so I played with it, but I stopped playing for about 10 years.
Why'd you stop playing?
Well, it was just there was nowhere. really.
You were homeless. You didn't really have like a
band
that
but I mean,
was worth a shit.
I would do weddings and funerals and shit like that for people, wouldn't I? But I mean, I
solos.
wasn't really structured, you know.
Yeah.
But when we come out here, I hooked up with what's his name, Stuart.
Little Stu.
Yeah, what's his name? Anyway, but we used to play with them, but that all fucking went south. And then we had the fabulous Danny Packer, who I miss very, very much.
I just talked to him recently.
Is he okay?
Yeah, so he's doing well. He has
Good.
He's been off radar because he had another tiny human.
A what?
Another tiny human. And
Has he got a different?
He's got a girlfriend.
Thank fuck for that.
And
Fucking,
so
his fucking
messaged,
wife was a fucking gorgon. Good lord.
So he messaged me the other day, and he was like, I got my pipes out for the first time. They're sounding pretty good. Like, what kind of drum reeds are you guys playing? And I was like, oh shit, you gonna come jam?
I hope he comes back. He's a good guy.
I've been keeping in touch with him pretty well because he taught. I mean, he was one of the big instructors for me.
He's such a good player. You know what I mean?
He's a great player. He's a genuinely good human being.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's
I
doing,
don't know why.
well. I've been keeping tabs on him. I check in every couple of years.
He is a very nice human being. I don't know why he ever fucking became friends with me.
Well, that's
because I'm not.
Yeah. So you moved out here, and then you met up with young Daniel.
Yeah.
And was it Desert Sky at that time?
It was it? Yeah.
The pre band that shall not
Bryce
be named.
Parker had the fucking little hat with the propeller on.
I'm wondering how many names I'm gonna have to bleep in this story in post.
No, Bryce was a kid, but I mean, Bryce was always very talented as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then what was his sister?
Boop.
No, what was his? She played in the band. She played tenor drum.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And then we had Liz.
So it's a large group of people that also listen to the show that will try to litigate me.
I'm not saying anything rotten. I'm just saying they were all very young.
Yeah, that's true.
And Liz Lennox was playing, but she went to become a doctor in Reno or something. She was a good player too, Liz Lennox. Her dad played the bass drum.
So you decided that. So you moved. What the fuck made you want to move to Vegas?
Fly helicopters.
You want to fly helicopters?
I paid a ton of money for a helicopter license. I never made a fucking penny flying.
I was about to say, that's pretty small margins once you pay for the fuel and all that other shit, right?
Well, no, it's the fact that I was 43 when we got here. And not very many hours. And there's kids coming out the army, half my age, with thousands of hours. Guess who's
Air Force kids, yeah.
Guess who's getting a job?
Yeah.
Especially if they've flown at a war zone. They're like gods, you know what I mean? And it's kind of weird because we were back in England. And I only have 2 medals. I have the Northern Ireland medal and the accumulated campaign medal because I was there for like 10 years. And you get these kids that have been up to their fucking arses in Iraq and Afghanistan. And they come to me and Scotty, they're like, oh, you guys are like gods. You're in Northern Ireland. I said, you fucking kidding me? You fucking get shot at every day.
Yeah. Like,
I'm buying the fucking drinks.
Yeah, well, it's like you've been blown up every single day you've been out there.
Good Lord. It's just, it's like these guys that I'm playing with this band tomorrow night. They're so good. They're all great musicians. They got this raggedy ass fucking piper in, and they think I'm like hot rats. I'm fucking stunned. Honestly, I'm flattered, but I'm fucking shocked and amazed.
It's all perspective, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just different perspective, I think.
What's that guitarist like, Jim?
Fabulous.
Honestly, he's fucking ripping at it. I'm like, these are top musicians. These are pro guys, Amazing.
But it's a different beast, right? I mean, at the end of the day, like, a fucking sweet guitar player is a sweet guitar player.
Yeah.
But did they put in the 12 years of misery to be a halfway decent piper? You know
I'm
what
sure
I mean?
they did, you know what I mean? Did you see that fucking chick fell off a stripper pole?
Who's this?
I seen it today. Some fucking idiot chick slid about 8 foot off a slipper pole and fucking done a splits and they had to like slide off the stage because he was like fucking stuck to the snooch.
Oh my god!
She got like 30 grand on a GoFundMe page, and like soldiers can't get a fucking break.
They should do a GoFundMe.
If anyone gets it, here's my advice to you: if you get injured in the army, get on a stripper pole and just fucking throw yourself off it. You'll get tons of money.
Yeah, or be a hot chick.
Yeah,
that will help you immensely.
You can't be that fucking hot when you're lying there with your legs akimbo. You know what I mean? Fucking guts hanging out. Fucking hell.
There was a joke there when it was too bad even for
really. No, kill it. Go on.
Hey, some people that's a turn on, man. Like,
It's like the guy come up off the railway tracks. He said, "Oh, some chick on the railway got laid. Did you get the blowjob?" She said, "No, there's no head." I know. I've got a million.
Okay. So you moved to Vegas to fly helicopters. You joined the then Desert Sky Pipe Band, pre-band that should not be named. So civilian pipe band now. And was this your first experience in a civilian pipe band?
Yes. Well, yeah, really. And the one thing you have to do is in a civilian pipe band, be very fucking careful what you say.
I was about to say.
I have upset so many fucking people. Honest, and it's not out of vitriol.
That's literally the genesis of this show.
It's not out of vitriol or hatred or anything. I just say what I feel, you know.
Yeah.
And people I'm offended. See, when you say you're offended, it means fuck all to me. It's nothing. I don't give a fuck about your offense. It's if you're offended, fuck off. Don't talk to me. You know. But they come back for more. It's like throwing themselves under the bus. It hurts. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, it fucking hurts. You know, fuck off. Scroll on.
This is like every Tuesday morning right before I have to go to practice when I tase myself in the ass while I jerk off.
Oh yeah.
You know, it hurts, but I'm doing it to myself.
Yeah, no. I just watch TV. I fucking binge watched so much TV.
The fucking offense thing, like that
Kiss
literally
my ass.
that literally generated this show. Like we had a time period where, you know, like because we were making a lot of content for the band. I mean, I don't know if you remember, but there was a couple of years where we were like doing tons of videos and all this shit and like trying to inject some humor and like kind of talk about the experience. And the band's like popularity for our band shot through the fucking roof. Like it was internet famous, you know, worldwide. We were the Las Vegas Pipe Band was internet famous. And then we had people that are just like, oh well, you know, like it's kind of crass and we don't know if that's like the right tone.
Fucking cares.
Could you guys keep doing all this extra work for free? Keep doing all this content and all these videos and all these things, but like just tone it down a bit. And we were like, fuck you. Like, no, I'll just make a different thing.
Yeah.
Like, guess what? If you want to change the tone of what I'm trying to do it yourself, and then we'll make a new thing. And so that's how this podcast was born, where we're just like, we're just gonna get together, have a couple drinks, and bitch and moan and swear.
Well, I saw my ass a couple of years ago when someone fucked off to do something instead of staying with the band. So that's all out the way. I said to him, like, I'm over it. Like, I've got my head out of my ass now, so I'll come back to the band. And he said, fair enough, which is cool.
Yeah.
But last year, well, it was about 18 months ago, and I reached out to Kevin Blandford, the Memorial Pipe Band.
Good band.
Oh, what a lovely bunch of people. I tell you what, they treated me so well. And what it got me back into was playing every day. I practiced so hard to play those sets. And I was still kind of shit, you know what I mean? I broke my fucking heart. But we had one good result at Pleasanton. We got a 3rd place in the medley. And that's
pretty
not
fucking good in
not
Pleasanton. There's a lot of bands.
But that's down to like Tony Sewell is such a lovely guy. Larry, the pipe major, great player. And, you know, he could have moved up, but he stayed with it. And we had a very diverse group of people. And I thought to myself, how long will it be before I fucking upset everyone? And I didn't. I mean,
you were pretty even keeled.
Well, you've got to, because there's kids there, like Martha and Justin have got 2 young girls, and they're a great family, you know. And you don't want to be horrible around nice people, you know. Not for any. I mean, we're drunk now, but I mean, every one of them was fantastic and treated me well, you know. So it was a really nice year. And the only reason I'm not going back is just such a freaking pain in the ass.
It's hard to travel and
fucking
play.
4 hours each way, you know. I get down there shattered.
Sucks.
It fucked my diet, because I'd come back and I'd hit the in and out and have 2 double doubles and 2 milkshakes.
Jesus Christ.
Fucking oink. I know.
Where'd you put them?
I know, fucking hell. I'd get back and Chris said, do you want some dinner? I'd be like, you know, fucking hell.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking hard to travel. Like, that's one of the things when I had people, especially before I moved away and became shit at school because I discovered girls.
Yeah. I always thought you were queer. I'm only kidding.
You know, verdict's out. I mean, just because I've been with a lot of pretty girls doesn't mean I couldn't still turn out to be gay.
Yeah, I know. I only said queer out of badness. Don't get hurt.
Queer's not a bad word. LGBTQ plus IA, like
I thought
the Q is queer.
I thought it was just A B C D E F G H I J K L.
There's like a plus. There's like a plus IA ampersand or something. Yeah. But the Q is queer, so queer is okay. I feel like.
Oh, whatever.
I don't think that's pissing anybody off to say queer anymore.
I don't care, but See,
I try not to offend anyone on purpose.
no, but the thing is, I believe it's like South Park. Everything is up for abuse. It doesn't matter. Black, white, yellow, green, whatever. If it's funny, it's funny. And if it fits a stereotype, I'm from Liverpool, and everyone says, "Oh, you must be a thief." And now I could get so pissed. We go to Belize, and
you stole the towels.
no, we get to Belize, and Belize is a very poor country in Central America. We're driving by the police station, and the fucking police car's on bricks. So guess who says, "Oh, your friends must be here as well."
No.
And I'm like, well, fucking thank you, you know what I mean? So, when you insulting people from, I'm a Scouser, when you insult Scousers, I could take that as a racist.
I didn't realize people in Liverpool had cars to steal wheels from, so that's...
Oh, fucking hell. That hurts.
So that's pretty impressive.
I never had a car till I was about 25. Fucking hell, I only had one pair of underpants till I was about 20.
You had to share.
I had to take them off and like beat the shit out of them and put them on backwards and inside out.
You had to stop the toilet and flush them a couple times to wash them out.
Oh God, man, terrible. No, but I've had so many people get fed up with me on Facebook because you're being racist or you're being insensitive. I'm trying to be funny.
Well, yeah, but that's the wrong audience, man.
And it's only whatever I say. Anything I do is said in jest. It's not said in negativity. You know, I don't hate anyone.
Facebook is such a horrific environment to participate in. Like the only way to win is to opt out.
Well, do you know, I had one, you know John Mitchell. I fucking love John Mitchell. So, there's some Irish fella, his name's like Tarlik, you know, whatever. It's one of them Irish ones.
Oh, so he's half Welsh.
Yeah. So, that you know that fucking imp, Greta Thunberg. She always likes, she's shitting, she's got that face on her like she's having a shit the whole time. And she like, you know, a little twisted face. So, I made a comment, X-Lax will fix that face. You know, like, just have a good shit. So this Irish fella writes back, would it fix yours? Now I'm putting the accents on, like, but he's Irish. I said, I don't have a grimace. I just have a smile because you've been sucked in by all this bullshit, you know, and this intellectually challenged child.
And yes, an X-Lax would make you smile even more.
So he says to me, well, you just call her a fucking retard by your standard. And I said, you don't know my standard. Let's just call you a fucking homo by my standard. You likes it up the arse. Well, he never said no. So then he wrote back, he said, at least he's eloquent. I said, well, I can be eloquent, but I mean, brutal and horrible, but eloquent. And I fucking got this guy. I said, do you need a hug? And he wrote back, yes, but you're too far away. Now, that fucking made me laugh. That was so, you know...
An internet quarrel resolved peacefully.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
I never threaten it. I would never threaten
man, I tell everybody, like...
I just wait till I meet them and fucking batter them.
Giving people, like... The concept of Facebook, it's like handing a monkey a bazooka. It's a terrifying idea to me. And I say that as a child of the generation where, you know, social media is incredibly prominent. But, like, Jesus Christ, I opt out of most social media because of these problems. I'm like, I'm not going to fucking engage with these crazy people. Everyone's fucking 6 feet tall on the internet.
Oh, you know, it's social justice warrior. SJW.
And for me, it's like, yeah, I understand you're 6 feet tall on the internet, but I'll happily have a very polite, pleasant conversation with you face to face.
And the thing is now, I'm kind of getting old. I'm kind of dangerous for about 30 seconds, then I stroke out. So here's the deal. If anyone ever fights with me on the internet and I do beat you up, I am going to teabag you in the most horrific fucking way you can imagine.
Are you going to talk about like normal, like video game?
Oh no, I'm going to fucking teabag. I'm like ass cheeks pulled wide open. So you pull your ass so wide open, your hole's hanging open, and the wind goes.
And you open your mouth, and they can see daylight.
Yeah. Put your head up, yeah. Yeah,
it's like the fucking Fifth Element.
Because if anyone makes me get out of breath, they're going to fucking pay for it, you know what I mean?
So going back to bagpipe stuff.
Yeah. Oh, so where were we?
So okay, so you have moved all the way to Las Vegas. You have joined a civilian pipe band. You're playing with and like how long before I got there were you in that band? Because I joined I joined in 2002, 2003.
Oh, probably a year.
So you're about a year ahead of me. And knowing what I know now, that band was fucking rough, dude.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it, you know.
Yeah.
But I mean, I feel like that band benefited from the fact that nobody knew how to do, like nobody knew what good was. I mean, we went to contests and we
Well,
won.
we were remember we used to practice at Charleston, that place on
Yeah,
Bruce.
Charleston Heights. Yeah.
And I told so I said to someone, "Stop playing, for fuck's sake, just stop playing." And he said to me, "Well, I joined this band when you didn't have to play well." I said, "Well, the band's evolving. I had to practice or fucking stop playing."
Like I remember our best, like some of our best performances now. When I go back and listen to those, like when I find the YouTube clips and whatever, I'm like,
oh,
fuck, that's rough. And like
I know.
we won some contests with that.
Yeah,
I
mind
think-
you, we won the Queen Mary, and that was outrageous. And fucking people were bitching because Bryce Parker played. I think he was playing for someone else, and he led the drum line, and the drum line won it for us. I mean, they were fucking writing the money. And you know, people are so bitter.
Well, and nothing has changed. Like the whole instructor playing thing, like the ringer thing, like that's still such a huge
but he was,
controversy.
but at the time, he wasn't a ringer. It was all legal.
Yeah,
and we won. And some of the California bands, he fucking won. You got the fucking Bryce Parker. And I said, "Fuck off, we won." You know what I mean? You can't win. I mean, when I say the drum line,
one person cannot win.
When the drum corps won it for us because they were outstanding. But the pipe corps had to be fairly decent just to get fucking up there. You know, you can't.
Well, at the end of the
you're
day,
not going to win it with a drum corps.
One person can't win it. Like
no, but they were bitching about that instructor thing. I thought, fuck it, we won.
people
You know
are just
what I mean?
fucking bitter, man. Like at the end of the day, dude, someone else won. Get over it.
Someone from here came up to me at the Queen Mary and said, I don't think I always placed in the slow area. I either won it or placed. And at grade 4, someone from here came up to me. I'm sure you know who it is. I said, I wouldn't even fucking bother. I nailed it. I'm like, well, fucking thank you. I said, what you meant to say is good luck.
Yeah.
He said, well, I'm just trying to say, you know, and I think they had to clip an extra bit of paper on for this fucking, because he came 18th out of 17 or something.
Well, that's the thing too. Is like
fucking, and I'm like, really, you know,
it's such a small community.
Yeah.
Like the piping and drumming community is so small. Like don't be a cunt. Like at the end of the day, just say
everyone will find out.
At the end of the day, just say, hey,
yeah,
good
well
luck,
done.
bro. Yeah, well done, good luck. Those are the only things you need in your vocabulary. Well done and good luck.
I miss Chris Laughlin. Where are you, you big bastard? I miss him.
Is that guy still alive?
Oh yeah, I speak to him all the time. Like,
Must be around. He must be around somewhere.
He stopped playing because one of his kids had leukemia, so
Jesus
he's been through a rough time, you know.
Yeah, it's
But
horrific.
I miss Chris. Had such a fucking good sense of humor.
Well, he was like the big white American Graham.
Oh, he was great. Yeah, he was fucking funny.
Like he was
absolutely no filter.
He was the Graham that we could all understand what the fuck he was saying.
Yeah, he had no filter, no filter at all. Fucking crap. I love people like that. You always just say, "Oh, fuck off." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I have a nephew who's gay. He's God, and he's funny. He fucking makes me laugh. You know what I mean? But my brother hates him. My elder brother hates him because he's fucking gay.
Because he's gay?
I know, and I don't get me. I can't get my head around. And what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Lighten up.
Dude, we got a bunch of fans of the show that are gay.
Yeah.
They're some of the most wonderful people.
I'm sure some of them are cunts too, but you know.
Well, I mean, they're fans of the show, so
Yeah.
yes, naturally.
Oh fuck, excuse me. But
So how would you describe like the competition capability of
do you know, I was kind of
the
snotty.
Desert Sky pipe band at that era? Because it was a civilian pipe band, and looking back, I realize now how little we knew.
Yeah, not. I think for this next year, I think we have a good chance of doing good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
But I would say that about like American piping overall. It's only gotten better.
Well, the thing is, when we
Because like even when we were like playing our best back then.
Yeah, we're not as good as
by today's standards. We'd be
no.
like, that was shit.
Yeah,
like,
but the thing is, the grade 4, as the standard has improved so much,
it has gotten very difficult to compete.
And when I came out here, I said to Chris, "Oh, fucking Yanks think they can play pipes," and we went to a concert. I was like, apparently they can. So
they're not fucking around.
no, and I had to fucking eat shit. You know, I was like, good lord, you know, you listen to the likes of fucking, I don't know, like look, Pasadena world champions, fucking
God, they're
screaming.
So good.
I know, they're fucking screaming. They're outrageous.
They absolutely deserve all the wins
Absolutely,
they get.
yeah.
Like they're fucking amazing. Their performance was amazing at World.
And then we were in Paris.
I wonder if he got shit for that when he was over in Glasgow.
Oh, I'm sure, because
Do you think so?
fucking cavemen, you know what I mean?
They just don't. They don't have.
It shouldn't matter.
So it's so peculiar to me.
It shouldn't matter.
But in the end, I grew up in the fucking West Coast of the United States. Like I grew up in Nevada, man.
Yeah.
We literally don't give a fuck here.
I grew up in Liverpool.
As long as everybody washes their hands, we don't give a fuck what you do.
I grew up in Liverpool, and don't be a shirtlifter.
Really?
Oh fuck, you know it, yeah. But it's changed, I suppose. You know, it's like I'm kind of bitter because all those years when I was cute when I was a kid, never got fucking touched by anyone.
Not by anyone. And you were in church too, right?
I fucking went. I wasn't Catholic, but I went down there like with a little, like tiny
With
little
your shortest shorts, just to try
Daisy
to
Dukes
see,
on and
yeah.
all. Like, not fucking nothing, you know.
No.
I should sue for neglect.
Maybe you were just an ugly fucking kid.
I fucking probably was. How do you know we're getting old?
What's that?
When you walk by four priests and you don't get even a fucking wink. You know what I mean? So,
Dude, we had to play. We've had so many so many church gigs the past couple weeks.
oh, I fucking hate them.
I've been playing them with some of the. Well, I think some of them are formerly religious members of the band, and I just can't help myself.
No,
I'm just sitting there. I'm like, that dude's a diddler. Like I can tell.
You can tell, yeah.
I can tell just by the creepy ass vibe I'm getting that's a diddler right there. He's done diddled some people.
Ugh.
I'm like, what do you even do about that? I'm like,
I know.
Thank
It's
God my parents brought me up outside of religion.
Yeah. What's black and blue and doesn't like sex? The little boy in the trunk of your car. I know. Fucking hell.
Little boy in the church basement.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
This is why I just worship Satan. It makes it so much easier.
Do you know there's more people being killed in the name of Jesus than Satan?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I thought one of my favorite bits was Ricky Gervais.
At the Globes.
No,
Good Lord.
well, that was amazing.
Yeah.
But no, he did an interview a couple of years back with Stephen Colbert, and they were discussing the existence of God. And they're like, he's like, well, Ricky Gervais is like, well, there's like 3,000 different religions that believe in 3,000 different gods. And Stephen Colbert's like, yeah. And he's like, and you're a Catholic? He's like, yeah, I was raised Catholic. He's like, so you believe in the Catholic God? He's like, yeah. He's like, okay, so technically I only believe in one less God than you.
Yeah.
Like,
We went to.
you don't believe in 2,999 of the other ones. I just believe in one less.
Remember we went to the Tower in London?
Yeah.
And there's a sergeant major called Mr. Gallagher, and he's one of the yeomen. And to be a yeoman of the tower, you have to do 22 years, be at least the rank of sergeant major, and of good standing, or just don't get caught. So this guy, Mr. Gallagher, is outrageous. So we're all there, and he's like, there's a whole crowd, and he's got the uniform on. Gather round, you! Yeah, oh yeah, you with that ridiculous pink shirt. Yes, you, come here. And he's just abusing the fuck out of everyone, but very politely. And then he says, history books are written by the winners. So British history books are this thick, and the French ones are this thick, And then he was just fucking outrageous, wasn't he? So he said, next we're going over to this gate over here. Charge, he said. Charge is a military term to vigorously engage with the enemy. I expect all the Italians to be at the back. And then some woman, he said something shitty about Jesus, and some American went, that really sucks. And he said the same thing. Since 3000 BC, there's been 5,200 deities. I just believe in one less than you. And she's like, okay, it's fucking bollocks. It is. It's religion is. But I still can't get my head around it. Rational, educated people still fall for that crap. You know what I mean? Being taken money off them by scoundrels.
So. Speaking of scoundrels and scoundrel stories, I want to get the story of you and Fooko going to the Worlds with Misty Isle on the record, because I've heard this a couple different ways.
What the fuck up?
And I've heard some ways where these people get abandoned in train stations. So what is the full on story of you taking them out drinking in Glasgow?
Oh, he was a fucking idiot. So we end up in Paisley. Paisley is like fucking Beirut with a Scottish accent, right? So there's him. Who's that fucking Steve Brennan? What's his name? Mick Brennan. Oh, what's the piper? Chris Brennan. Fucking another fucking lunatic. So anyway, we all go out. We're all going out drinking. We're in Paisley. And there's Gary, the lawyer. This one of the pipers in the band, real muscular guy, very short, but So we're all out. Fusco falls asleep in this bar. And this barmate, get the bastard up and I'll fucking throw you all out, you fucking bastard. Like, I'm like, get up, Fooko. So we get outside and the cops are arresting this guy and they're fucking beating on him. And they've got him over the bonnet of the police car.
That's a hood to our American listeners.
Hey, can we get a picture? And I'm like, no, come away, please, come away. So the fucking cops stop beating the guy, and the fucking guy looks up there like, and they take the fucking picture, and they go back to fucking beating on him. And I'm like, get away, don't fuck with the cops, you know. So we go to this hotel, fucking stuffed. I think it was by the airport. It was in Paisley or something. And we get this room, and there's a gang of us. So I'm like, fuck this. About 6 o'clock in the morning, I fucking
scoot
out the fucking door, like. And I get on the bus, and there's this fucking madman on the bus smoking. And I said, put the cigarette. Fuck you! I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. This guy's screaming all the way into fucking town. I've got the fucking windows open. It's freezing. And then, fuck, what happened? Oh, yeah, we were all in that pub. You know, they all go to that pub in Argyle Street for the fucking...
Yeah.
Chris Brennan is just fucking beyond drunk. This inspector...
Lights are on, but nobody's home.
Fucking inspector comes up. He's got a stick about this long, and about the last 8 inches is brass. He fucking prods him. And I'm like, hey, whoa. He said, get him to fuck. So I think he woke up in fucking Perth or somewhere. We just threw him on this fucking train. So he woke up in Perth and fucking, oh, God, it was a fucking nightmare. It was funny when you look back. It was funny, like, but Paisley, can we get a picture? Oh, for fuck's sake, you know what I mean? We had a good time. Though it was a good laugh.
Yeah, we went for the Worlds. We were in Glasgow. It was because I mean, you know, I was dealing with a fairly similar situation that you're used to, of a very fucking drunk cadre of bagpipers and trying to, like, you know, mostly maneuver people towards fun times.
Yeah.
And we had so many places where we'd go up and be like, hey, you know, can we come in? And be like, no. Like, fucking Americans, like, no, you're too drunk. You can't come in. And we're just like, fuck. And I'm like, I'm not that drunk, man. But okay.
So you just have to ditch everyone and go on your own?
Yeah, well, no, I just started faking it. I just went up and was like, hey, I've got a better room, yeah. And it's like, all right. He's like, oh, thank you.
We would have to...
And then I'd walk in and be like, I'll have a beer and a whiskey, please. And I'm like, oh, fuck, who let you in?
I've got these two friends of mine, Donald and Ian McInnes, two great pipers. I think they're the only people that have ever been thrown out of Edinburgh Castle for being drunk on a piping course. They turned up and Bruce Hitchens just said, fuck off, get out of here.
Get out of here.
You know, they turned up on the Friday and he just fucked them up. And he called them the Bluter Brothers. They were two great pipers, but I mean, fucking, especially Donald. Remember Donald? Yeah. Donald was your druises. Honest to God, we had such a good laugh. And we were in the West End Hotel. Did you go there? It's open all night.
We might have stayed there. Was that the one that's like on the main drag?
Yeah, but it's open. Yeah. The bar's open all fucking night. Yeah. So we're in there drinking, fucking carry on. Big Scottish fella comes up at the fucking SNP thing, and he says, "All right, mate." I went, "All right, yeah." He said, "We don't mind you Irish boys, but we hate the fucking English." And I was like, "All right." You fucking big bastard. Yeah.
We'll fucking get rid of him.
Well, they kill me, you know what I mean? Fucking big bastard, like. But it was, I had some fun times.
Well, I got a lot of shit everywhere I went, because when I went, I was wearing like my shit kicker fucking boots.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And they were like, where are you? Are you from the South? I was like, nah, dude, I'm from the West Coast. Yeah. Like what? But you have a drawl. I was like, no, you've never met somebody from the actual fucking South. Like,
fucking South. I tell you, we were in Savannah, Georgia. We go in this pub, and I said to the fella, "Give us 2 vodkas and 2 beers, will you?" "Why don't you all fuck off back east with all the Yankees, you fucker?" I said, "I have to fuck off a bit further east."
I'd say it's going to take me quite a trip.
And I swung at him. I missed him by a fucking gouge. I was going to punch him in the nose. I tell you, cheeky bastard.
You fucking swung at the guy?
Yeah, absolutely.
What were you thinking?
I was going to punch him. we were in Yuma, Arizona, and
Jer Bear's territory.
I'll tell you what. You know, normally you go to Yuma, Arizona, it's 90 degrees.
Yeah.
We get there, it's 38 degrees, and the fucking rain is bouncing 2 feet off the floor. Wrong or right. So we go in this liquor store, and it's 2 Asian gentleman. So I said to the fella, have you got any vodka? And he went, hello? I said, have you got any vodka? Hello? I'm like, oh, whatever. So I fuck out and I go down the aisle and he said to Chris, excuse me, madam, is that your husband? She says, what language does he speak? Fucking cheeky bastard.
Dude, we had that when I fucking first met you, even when I was yay big. And we talking about
You've always been 6'3".
I've just slowly thickened out, yeah. But like it was like, yeah, like I remember I'd like, what the fuck you say? I was like, dude, I told you this, like English, motherfucker. Do you? I was like, yes, I fucking speak English.
You speak it like that. What's it?
Like, yeah,
Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. It's like you'd always be like, English, motherfucker. Do you speak? I was like, yes, I speak it. Everyone fucking understands me when I say stuff. Nobody fucking understands.
I know.
You.
I still get that. The amount of times I've gone in the bar, can I have a fucking soda? A fucking soda.
No vodka.
A fucking vodka soda.
Hey, if it wasn't for being friends with you for as long as I have, I wouldn't understand half these fucking gap tooth Irish I was hanging out with.
Can you say?
No, technically no.
What we should say is
I'll probably have to bleep it later.
Leotards.
I actually thoroughly enjoy it.
No, don't bleep it. Fucking enjoy the moment.
It's funnier when you bleep it.
Is it?
Yeah, because they don't know what I said.
So what's better than winning a gold medal at the Special Olympics?
not being,
fucking qualifying.
Not being able to compete.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. I know.
No, I actually thoroughly enjoyed my time in Northern Ireland. Although I will say this is a weird fucking part of the world, man. It is a peculiar segment of humanity.
The people can be so violent.
Oh, they were the nicest people I'd ever met in my life.
Yeah, but
I have never experienced that kind of hospitality.
I'll tell you what, you've never seen.
But that's also because I was neither Protestant nor Catholic.
Some of the violence and some of the horrendous shit that I've seen.
Oh, and some of the people that I stayed with. I mean, one of the guys I stayed with was British Army in Northern Ireland, and he was from Northern Ireland. He's like, yeah, like there's bars I will not go into to this day.
And my kids still live. My kids still live in.
So we'd give him a call and be like, hey, we're gonna go drink at such and such. You want to come?
Like,
and he'd be like, I'm not gonna go there. It's like I go there, it's gonna be a problem because everybody knows me. Everybody knows.
Well, as you can see, Second Amendment.
Oh yeah, buddy. Yeah, I'm not carrying mine, but I'll show you later if you want.
For all you people out there, we have guns.
We do.
Lots of guns and lots of ammo.
We do.
So please break into my house so I can fucking shoot you.
That was a funny thing when Ozzy. I don't know if did you get to meet Camille at the Vegas games when she came in town? No, I did not. No. So Camille, one of our good friends, fan of the show from Australia, she came to the Vegas games last year, and she was like, he's really like all carry guns all the time. I was like, fuck yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, especially in this fucking neighborhood. I didn't realize you lived in the hood.
This is a nice neighborhood.
This is the fucking hood.
This is a nice neighborhood.
Now, I live in a nice neighborhood.
Let me tell you what.
50 feet between each house. This is the fucking hood.
Let me tell you what. This neighborhood wasn't nearly as nice when I moved in. It's a lot nicer now.
Ooh, this is the hood, isn't it? Buckwheat. See, I call it buckwheat. And
all I had to do was draw down on like 3 people 3 separate times, and now it's a very polite neighborhood. Everyone says please and thank you. Everyone says hi to each other.
Society is it polite?
Very polite society.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. I mean, it's Okay, so wait a minute.
Drum roll.
I want to give you some space, some room to do your favorite, dirtiest, most fucked up pipe band story.
Fucking hell.
And you have time to think about it because we'll edit this audio later, so long pauses will be ignored.
Oh, fucking Chris Laughland. Good grief. We're sitting in, I think it was Costa Mesa somewhere, and Chris Laughland is a big dude. So he sits down.
He is a gargantuan motherfucker.
He sits down and he says, oh, for fuck's sake. Who the fuck left this chewing gum on the seat? And he pulls out this fucking thing it must have been about a foot. And it was his scrotum. And it took me a while, and then I almost fucking died laughing. He has balls like a fucking giraffe. Laughlin, I miss you.
If you're out there somewhere.
And that's not even that was funny though, wasn't it? Remember, Chris is like, why aren't yours aren't yours like that? Because I'm fucking had measles when I was a kid. That's why.
That's a fairly classic gym class joke.
Oh,
here
good
in the States.
Lord.
Yeah. One of my favorite ones.
Yeah, but that was its testicle, its scrotum is fucking outrageous.
Dude, you don't know what that thing's been through. He probably
I
fucking...
fuck what it's been through.
He
I know
probably,
what.
he probably stuck it in the vacuum one time
Hey.
and left it on too long.
Well, if he has a donut card, I'll fucking have it when he dies. He dies first.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want the long scrotum.
I just impressive. Yeah, I'm fucking.
What are you gonna do with it? Sit on it every time you ride your
Have a
motorcycle?
scrotum like a fucking walnut whip.
I feel like that's more of a liability than a.
Nah, that's
Than a
fucking
benefit.
fantastic. I'm hung like a fucking horse, a seahorse. No, that was amazing. I've never seen such a fucking big set of balls. Good grief.
One of
Hope he
one
doesn't hate me for this.
of the favorite stories that my family still tells to this day was the first time we went to Pleasanton. And so we went to Pleasanton. We're in shit white little short sleeve.
Was that when
white
you were the pipe major?
t-shirts. I think I might have been that day.
Remember
but
that? Because I was the pipe major in the band.
Yeah.
And we got to Pleasanton and we couldn't compete.
We didn't have enough to compete.
And I said, right,
You
you're
want
the
me to be
pipe
pipe major? I was like, okay, yeah,
fucking
sure.
right, yeah.
No, so I remember we're sitting in the tent, and my folks love this story because they were there, and they're just like, you're massaging your knee, and like, oh, my fucking knee's killing me. And they're just like, what's wrong, Graham? It's like, what happened to your knee? It's like, someone hit me in the knee with a hatchet.
Yes.
And they were like, oh my God. Like, and my folks, fairly, different upbringings, but
Guess who it was? Guess who hit me on the knee with a hatchet?
Who was it?
Me.
Was it you?
I swear to God.
Oh, because in this story originally, you're like, so what'd you do? I was like, I had a fucking machine gun. I shot him.
Well, what happened was, we went to search this place and we found a hide, and it was an old hide, so the wood was really rotten. And I fucking smacked it with this hatchet, not thinking it would just go through it like butter, and hit myself on the fucking knee. And I fell down this bank. And Jim Saunders was in charge of this. He says, fucking, stop fucking about, you dickhead. And I'm like, and there was a guy from one para with a dog, and the fucking dog's licking the blood off of my knee. And Terry Watt in this brummy went, oh, you dozy cunt, you fuck yourself up. So they had to fucking cart me up this fucking bank. I was like 6 weeks in fucking plaster.
Jesus.
Oh, God, what a fucking idiot.
That's a horrible injury.
Oh, fucking dickhead, I tell you.
That's okay, man. I took a fucking piece to the eye when I was chopping wood with an axe and not wearing eye protection, and I just like went whoomp, and it's like whoosh. I'm like,
Oh, you got to be so careful.
Jesus fucking Christ!
You have to be
I
so
just
careful.
super glued it. That's how I look so pretty.
Now the fucking one that got blew up, that wasn't me. That was the IRA boys.
Somebody else blew you up.
Yeah. But the knee thing, I fucking did crack
So
myself.
what was your worst military injury?
Getting blew up.
Getting blew up.
Shrapnel in the knees and all that stuff.
Jesus.
Not cool.
Fuck.
So yeah, it was alright. And it's amazing. You're fucking lying in hospital. What's it like getting blew up? Oh, it's fucking great. What do you think, you twat? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yeah, I've got contusions and punctured lung. And
I'm
all,
fine.
and
Mine's
I've got
all-
contusions, a concussion, punctured lung, internal
And you get all
bleeding.
these-
But no, it's great. Don't worry about it.
There's all these lovely, cute. The army nurses, the Queen Alexandra nurses, did their best. And they go, how'd you feel? I feel a bit lonely. I know, I mucked the fuck out of it. It was wrong, but I had to do it. Nah, you fucking pay your money and take your chance, you know. But yeah, it's we've had some nice memories from the pipe band, haven't we?
Well, it's good sesh, right? I mean, at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. And it doesn't matter if you're fucking black, white, green, yellow, gay. I like goats, personally. Female goats, there's nothing wrong with me.
Is that
But
why
it's
you
just-
always wear tall boots?
Oh,
You just put the back,
put the back
legs
feet in, yeah. But no, but it's nice, you know. It's like that. Like last year playing with the Blandfords, man, it's so talented. You know what I mean? Unbelievably so. You know, and it was just nice, and it brought me back from like the Sargasso Sea. You know what I mean? Like the doldrums. And I used to play. I played every day. I'm playing every day now. It's nice, you know. I'll never be. I think I'm never going to be as good as I was a few years ago. But
I would argue that you're playing a little better. I mean, tone wise,
I feel better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like even having me help you out with
Yeah.
like some tuning and things every now and then, I'm like, dude, this is fucking sounds good.
yeah,
Like,
but it's just it makes you feel good. You know, when when you vibrate it, I try and tell. You know what you tell people about pipes? It's such like it's such an ancient thing, you know. And when you vibrate at the same frequency as the pipes, and I've had that when I won at Pleasanton. I fucking killed it at Pleasanton 1 year. And that was the Saturday, and on the Sunday, that the pipe major Liz, she wrote oops, because I fucked up completely. That was the sheet. It just said oops. That was good, you know, but I won that Winston Churchill Cup. That was the year I
But it's a percussive instrument in its own way. Like it's not percussive to everyone listening, but to the player.
Yeah. But it's
like fucking riding your bike, dude.
Yeah. When you're vibrating at the same frequency.
Like it's like riding your bike. It's just like holy shit.
I know,
like,
when you feel it,
everything's singing.
And I teach this guy now, and he's coming along, and I said, don't play the dots, play the music, feel the music. If you want to hold it a little bit longer, a bit shorter, do
learn
it.
Learn how it goes.
Yeah, just feel it, you know. And that was the year I had the altercation with the drum major.
Well,
do you remember that?
Not without reason. Do you want to tell that story?
Jesus Christ.
That's a pretty good fucking story.
Well, I have to say, do you know...
He had to hand you the fucking award.
No, I fucked off for a beer. I never went out.
Oh, you never went
I went to mass band. Because Chris was in the stand and Fooko was in the band, and she looked at Chris and Fooko went like that. I fucked off. I fucked off in a huff and went out fishing ships.
Do you want to tell that story?
It's
a good piping story.
Are you going to get sued?
No.
It's true.
Yeah.
Well, it was like I figure out we're in Pleasanton. It's 105 degrees, sweating like a fucking glassblower's ass under that. You know those.
Oh yeah, the
shitty ass sheds
or
whatever they were. And there was a certain drum major, appeared pretty drunk, and he comes over, fucking get the fuck. And I said, the fuck are you talking to? And he charged through the band, and I give me pipe to Fusco, and we're fucking face to face. And I said to him, get the fuck out of my face or I'll blind you. And then he fucked off, and then it was that fella that used to run a Prince Charles, the little fella from Glasgow, Bill Merriman.
Oh yeah.
He come over and said to me, I'm going to take your fucking travel money. I said, stick it up your fucking ass. So I was fucking mad. I was going to kill someone, so I went and had a beer. And to Bill Merriman, to his credit, he said to me, hey, I'm sorry about yesterday. I said, that's fine, so am I, you know. But you can't be, you know, you can't have people speaking to people like that, you know, the band. There's kids there and he's fucking blinding, you know. I mean, I'm fucking blinding now, but it's we're all adults.
Yeah.
But he's there like, fuck you and fuck this. I'm like, fuck you, you know what I mean? Cheeky bastard.
Cool your jets.
Yeah, absolutely, you know. And it's these, and the next day, the other drum major, Malcolm, he said to me, can we get in line? He looked at me and went, please. I went, come on, for fuck's sake. You know, it's like, I just don't like anyone, you know, what you have to appreciate is this is a hobby.
Made up of volunteers.
A fucking expensive hobby, you know.
Everyone paid to be there except for your asses.
You know, exactly. Everyone, you know, and you can't be fucking yelling and screaming at people, you know. I don't do well.
Dude, I understand. I understand if you want to live out your own little fucking ROTC fantasy.
Yeah.
But we all paid to be here, and there's more of us than you, and we will wreck your ass.
And the thing is,
just be like, and here's one of the things. Like, I don't have this problem really with drum majors, because nowadays drum majors are pretty fucking awesome. Like, Kevin Conquest is the supreme.
Oh, he's such a good guy.
Drum major, because no matter what mood the person he's dealing with is in, he immediately can adapt and just be like, okay, but here's what I need you to do, and everyone loves him and respects him. So like,
the only thing though is he's in the Coast Guard. It's not quite the military. Sorry, Kevin.
He also works in like cybersecurity. He has he's a fucking cybersecurity job.
Maniac, I know.
But yeah, like you know, it's like, man, if I know you and I respect you and you're a mensch, like, yeah, we'll be good. But for fuck's sake, dude, don't come at me hard.
No, Kevin's a lovely guy.
So what happened next? So essentially, you get chewed. You chewed back. Then what happened?
So I went for a beer, and on about 3 different occasions that afternoon, someone said to me, "Are you the guy that told so-and-so to fuck off?" And the first one I said, yeah, what are you going to fucking do about it? And he said, I'm going to buy you a beer. I had more beer bought from you that day. You know, the guy's a fucking bully. You know what I mean?
It's a classic pipe band world thing.
Yeah. So, and I have a stick up my ass because I was 12 years in the army, 10 years urban warfare in Northern Ireland. I don't need anyone's, what is it?
Not to mention 3.5 years battling raging hemorrhoids.
Oh, fucking, do you know, fucking, I've got a story about that. But I don't
let's finish this one.
I don't need anyone's approval.
No.
I do not. And if you don't like me, don't fucking bother with me. You know, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It's a big fucking field. You can be somewhere else.
Talking about hemorrhoids.
No, finish this one first. Then we can talk about hemorrhoids.
That was it. The next day.
Didn't you have to give you an award?
No, I never went. I fucking...
So who'd they present the aggregate to?
I have no idea, but they said, and the winner goes to Graham Gunnion, and everyone, yay! You know, like, but I'm in the beard.
You're in the beard just down.
So, but to his credit, Bill Merriman was very nice. The other fella wasn't. He's a fucking dick. And I could say him now, but his name's Jim. Well, he's still a fucking dick. So I don't care if he wants to come and fucking punch me. More than welcome.
I tell people, all the people that want to punch me for doing this show, I'm just like, hey, I'm not hard to find, dude.
I should have just buttered him in the mouth. That's the fucking...
No, but it's so much better that you didn't. You became a hero.
But anyway, I joined the army in May 1980. And I've had a sore ass. My ass has been bleeding. I go and see the doctor, and they give you suppositories. So this goes on and fucking on. So we were in Arizona in 93, 94. And we're in this state park, and the blood is just running out of my fucking sheriff's badge.
That's really bad.
Dark, really dark blood.
That's really bad news.
So we get...
That means you have an infection.
We get in the ranger station. The guy says, you okay? I says, yeah, we're going back to England tomorrow. Get back to England. Go into this. We always had private healthcare. I have a torn colon. So what they do is they give you a general anesthetic. They put your legs,
I actually know where this goes.
They put your legs up in stirrups. They insert like a balloon up your fucking hoop and inflate it and leave it there for about 3 hours.
Well, you gotta stop the bleeding.
Well, they leave it to stretch your fucking colon out for about 3 hours. Then they take it out, and as long as the sides touch, it'll heal real quick. So the next day, this friend of mine, fucking Sean Griffo, he brings me in a curry and a fucking 6-pack of cider into the hospital. So
you ate it?
No, I could. So anyway, Chris comes in. So my wife's there, and the doctor comes in. He said, "Hi, how you feeling?" I said, "What a sore ass." He said, "Well, I'm gonna have a look at it now." I went, oh joy, what fun! So he says to Chris, "Could you leave the room, please?" And she said, "I've seen his ass before." And and the next, all I can remember, he said, "I'm going to give you a little sniff of something." I think it was chloroform, like that great
probably ether,
date rape drug.
Yeah.
All I can see is the fucking pink fingernails and the high heels. I'm like, you know. Yeah, I had a torn colon for like 12 years, and he says to me,
"It's amazing you didn't bleed to death internally.
Amazing, get cancer or something, you know."
Like you could also have a fucking
man.
internal bleed.
And I think what it was, remember that black snake went across the road, and I'm trying to catch this black snake in Arizona, and someone said to me, "Because I'm a fucking idiot." There must have been alcohol. So
do you not have snakes where you come from?
No.
Not in Ireland. No, but they do it in Britain.
Let me give you the lowdown on snakes in the United States.
Don't fuck with them.
If you are in anywhere that doesn't have water, they're poisonous.
Well, what about all the moccasins in Mississippi? There's water. They're all fucking poisonous. Cottonmouths.
They're not going to kill you like a fucking diamondback will.
A diamondback? I don't think they'll kill you. They have a very necrotic bite. So wherever they bite you, it starts rotting your flesh away.
Yeah, if you get bit in a hospital, you'll be fine.
Okay, no.
So if you get bit by a diamondback in an emergency room, you'll be great.
I wonder if they bite their tongue, do they die?
I don't think so. I'm assuming that
you should be immune to your own poison, shouldn't you?
I mean, can you get pregnant by your own jizz?
Well, I don't know. Not as a man.
Have you tried?
It doesn't reach around.
It's not long enough.
It doesn't reach around enough.
It's not long enough to reach.
Like I said, the measles when I was a kid. Hung like a fucking horse.
Well, I gotta say, Mr. Gunyon, this has been an absolute pleasure to have you on the show. I hope you had fun.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure some of your listeners are gonna love me.
Oh, absolutely. Is there anything else you want to say before we wrap this show up?
I'd just like to say, Fooko, I hope you're enjoying your custom-made pillow with the fucking mouth guard in. As you're screaming into the fucking pillow. He'll come back with a fucking ass like a windsock. You will. His ass will be hanging out like a fucking windsock.
He already dive bombs this podcast set pretty often. But yeah, I just want to say thank you very much, Graham, for coming out and being on the Chandler podcast. Hope to have you back soon, brother.
Absolutely, yeah.
I hope you guys have some more romantic Valentine's Day plans after this.
Well, we went for a pizza today.
Setting the standards high.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you all for tuning in to this episode. We'll see you next week, and I guess play us out.
And if I've insulted anyone, get over it.
I'm about to say, these views are representative of everyone everywhere all the time.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Especially Jeffrey Epstein never killed himself.